Hi there, beautiful self-lovers. It's Katie here, and I kind of wanted to do a quick video. By the way, say hi to Bradley in the back seat. There's a story about that. I'll get to it. For now, just enjoy him because the view's beautiful, right? I wanted to do a video about having it all, right? Like, I know if you're in my space, if you're in my community, you have thoughts about having it all. And then you have thoughts that go, who the hell do you think you are to have it all? Right? I know you do. In fact, I don't know very many women who even think that they do have it all, that don't occasionally go, oof, gosh, I wonder if I really deserve that, and have to have a little conversation with themselves. And I think the most consciously aware of us do. We check it out. I've been really thinking about this subject. Not least, I've just got a brand new car. I'm sat in it now. I picked it up yesterday. And I'm pretty excited. And the guy that sold me the car knows my story very well. He's a friend. And he knows what it means to me to own this brand new car. He knows what it means to me to have driven it out of the showroom. He knows what the last 5 years, what the last 10 years have been about for me in terms of really, really creating a life that is totally, utterly me. And he knows where I've come from. And he knows what, I've been up against and what challenges I've had to overcome to create my life. And I'm still doing it, I feel like I've just begun. And bless his heart, he knows that I desire to have it all and that I work hard to have it all. I play hard to have it all. And so he thought he'd throw Bradley Cooper into the mix when I came to pick up my car, which I thought was just wonderful because, quite frankly, the woman that has it all has Bradley Cooper, right? Totally. Anyway, I've been thinking on this subject of having it all, and it occurred to me that even going back to when I was 11 years old and it was time to choose my high school, all of my friends were going to from my primary school into the feeder school, the next high school. Everybody went there. Nobody questioned it. It's what you did. It was a pretty good school. I questioned it. At 11, I was like, I don't want to do what everybody else does. I want to do it a bit different. And so I went to a completely different school. I knew one girl that came along with me. I had to make new friends, but it didn't feel good to me to do what everybody else was doing. And this other school felt like, even then I didn't understand what a vibration was. I didn't get that I wanted to be a vibrational match to something. But that school was more a vibrational match to me and who I was. And that was my first experience of speaking up and saying, hey, mum and dad, that school doesn't suit me. I'd like to go to this school instead. And I did it. And I can see throughout my life how I've made decisions over and over again where I've wanted to live louder, right? I'm going to tell you about a program in a second called Live Louder, but this is kind of how I've always lived my life. I wanted to live it more loudly. I wanted to be a bit different. I've always wanted to suck the marrow out of life, and I always have. And then the kind of next defining moment for me was in my let me think of my age now. I'm nearly 42, so I'd have been in my early 30s. And I realized I'd been living this loud life. It looked awesome. I'd spent years traveling the world. I had a great career. It was all going on. But something was missing. And I knew that my next up level was actually something within me that needed shifting. So on the outside, everything was looking pretty fab. But inside, not so much. Inside, there was this sort of big black empty hole. I felt anxious a lot of the time. And I had this sense that I was meant for more, but the meant for moreness, it wasn't about material things. It wasn't about travel. It wasn't about career. It was about me really, really knowing and loving myself, like really knowing and loving myself. It was about falling in love with myself, and it was about having a sense of peace within me. And from that place, I knew that I would be able to live my life more on purpose, and with more passion, and just with more joy, because it was coming like really from my heart. And I knew that was my next up level. So that's what I kind of focused on for the next decade. It was all around, and I couldn't do it on my own. It was all about getting support. I started with counselors, then I went to coaching, and I did I did the Hoffman process, which is an amazing 8-day residential retreat. I up leveled to, at the time, what was an expensive life coach. She was totally transformational for me. Then I up leveled to really seriously high level business coaching. Like, I couldn't have done it on my own, but all of it was to support me, as I said, in deeply knowing and loving myself. And it was about embracing this desire even more deeply to have it all. And for me, having it all wasn't just the bells and whistles and the nice things and the pretty clothes and the travel and, and today it's the nice car. And this actually, this signifies a hell of a lot to me. I know what I have done in the last few years to build my business to a point where I can now treat myself with a beautiful new car, right? It feels great. But it's so much more important than that. It's about, who I became in the process. It's how much more deeply I know myself and the relationship I have with myself. Like, no one can ever take that away. You can take this car away. You can take my business away. You can take my stuff away. No one will ever be able to take me away from me. I am my own life partner. I am my own soulmate. I just think I'm pretty fabulous. And I have totally shitty, horrible days. And I question how fabulous I am. But deep inside, I know that I'm a pretty cool human being. And I really rather like me. And I know that I'm always doing my best. And I never, ever, ever will give up the desire for more. I will always want more out of my life because I know that I'm worth it. And once upon a time, I really didn't get that. And I share that with you now from my beautiful new car with Bradley in the back, my new man. Because I know that you desire that too, and you freaking well deserve it. You are also a really beautiful, wonderful human being who deserves to live louder, who deserves to have the life that she so desires with the bells and whistles. More importantly, to really know and love herself. I know that you desire that, and I know that you deserve that, and you can have it. So I would really, really love if you are that woman who really is ready to up level and go to her, next level in life. I'd love to hear from you because I still have 3 places left on my Live Louder 6-month group program. It's my second group I'm running this year. The first group, I hope you've seen the videos. I'll send them to you if you haven't. They're doing freaking incredibly, and they're blowing me away, and they're blowing each other away. The next group is just starting, and I'd love to have you on board if you are ready to really suck the marrow out of life, if you're ready to love yourself, if you're ready to know yourself, and if you're ready to live louder and have the bells and whistles. Okay, I want that for you. This is my purpose. It's what I'm here to do. I'm here to guide women back to themselves, to remember how wonderful and how lovable and how special and how awesome they are. Okay, so if it's you, get in touch. All the links are below, and I can't wait to hear from you. Okay, lots of love. Say bye, Bradley. He says bye. Okay, bye.